Hi, I'm Amanda from Flip Family, and I'm here recording this video because I feel like Ryan just did a video on what it's like to be a stay-at-home dad, and I felt like it was so raw and good and vulnerable of him to share his story at a low point, even though he was nervous to do so, and we felt like it would be good to do the same. And I felt like it would be hypocritical of me to not share my truth as well when he went out of his way to be so vulnerable and share his. And if you know me, I do not like being in front of cameras. I am not a in front of the camera type, and this is my first time ever doing something like this, so here it goes. I wanted to talk a little bit about what it's like being the working mom. First of all, I feel like people have this image of us and what our life is like, traveling all the time, getting to do fun things, getting to eat great food. And we've been so fortunate enough to have gotten to this point where we somehow were able to get more free time than others and be able to travel way more than people have. Well, actually, we've both chosen jobs, Brian as a teacher and me as a flight attendant, that have allowed us to get to the point where we are now. Because of my job, I've gotten to travel. We've gotten to travel a lot, super cheap. And since Ryan was a teacher, he had a lot of chunks of time off, which allowed us a lot of time to travel. So yeah, we're really lucky. We wake up every day knowing that we're lucky that we've had as many experiences as we have. And now we're living in Korea. And sometimes we wake up and we're like still shocked and amazed that we live in Korea and that we get to experience this life that we've always dreamed of living. But every story has its flip side, and the flip side of living such a nomadic life is it's really stressful. There are a lot of nights where I can't even sleep because I don't know what we're doing next year. I don't know what job we're going to be in, how long I can continue being a flight attendant, commuting from Korea. Being a flight attendant doesn't exactly bring in a ton of income, and so now we are trying to make ends meet, have enough to travel and eat good food, have enough to buy things for our daughter, have enough to put some in the savings, have enough to invest, all on a flight attendant's income. And flight attendants don't make that much. Surprise, surprise. We are making it work. And the way that we make it work is, we're not really into material things. Ryan and I never really have been, but sometimes do I see the things that people have and I can't help but compare what we have. And we are at the stage in our lives where most of our friends who have settled down have beautiful houses. Does it make me second guess sometimes that maybe we should be working towards getting a house? Yeah. Should we be working more to secure a better financial situation for our daughter? Yeah, I think about that a lot. We're young, and a lot of people would give the advice to work and hustle as much as you can when you're young. And so should I be working more? Should Ryan be working? That's something, that I do wrestle with. At the end of the day, the path that we chosen, we know is the right path for us because we get to spend so much time with our daughter, with ourselves, with our family. We get to essentially take off anytime we want now that Ryan isn't working. And that is why we chose for me to be the working mom or the sole provider of our little family. Ryan was working at a Hagwon and it didn't pay as much as I would make as a flight attendant, and he had to work really long hours Monday through Friday, barely as much time as a teacher would in the United States. And so we decided that it would be better if I worked. We both are so grateful that we are able to do that we are able to make everything work when we know that there are a lot of people out there who are hustling and working really long hours and not being able to even make ends meet. So the point is, let's go back to the question of what it's like to be the working mom. Ryan could go back to teaching. We could go back to having a double income. That's not what we want at the end of the day. The safe, comfortable route would be for Ryan to go back to work to teach what he's been doing for 9 years. But I also know that he is not just a teacher. He is an amazing storyteller. He's becoming an amazing editor. And I feel so grateful that with me working, I'm able to give him the time to hone the skill that he has and that he's able to explore different avenues of himself. And even this YouTube channel, be what it may be, is giving me an opportunity to even get out of my shell. And if anyone is even listening, or if this is helpful to anyone out there who can relate or who maybe is thinking about uprooting their family and moving and taking this leap that we've taken, then know that it's not an easy route. It will come with sleepless nights, but it is the most fulfilling, rewarding thing that I think that we'll look back on in our lives and know that we made the right decision, hopefully. We get to spend every day with our daughter, even when I'm not home. Ryan gets to give me a play-by-play. He gets to see our daughter grow up because we know that she will only be this young once, that she's growing up so fast. And even spending every day with her feels like not enough time. You do have this opportunity to live your dream, even though it doesn't come with a big paycheck. And it truly is a lot of hard work. Let's not downplay that. Ryan works his butt off to make these videos. We both work our butts off to make these videos. There are times where we would just like to relax and not record and not make content, but we know our end goal, and our end goal is to be able to do whatever it takes to get to spend unlimited time with our daughter and give her a good life. So that's what we're trying to do right now. Anyone out there, if you can relate, if this gives you any idea or gives you any strength to do or pursue your dreams, then I would say it is so worth it and you should go for it. And if we look back at this part of our lives, and maybe, who knows, we don't know the future, if we do have regrets, I can say that the one regret that we will never have is, hey, we tried it. Even if it doesn't work out, we tried it. We will have no regrets, because we are also showing our daughter that it's okay to try to pursue your dreams, and going for it is better than looking back and wondering if you could have done it, if you should have done it. So yeah, thanks for listening.